Very good morning to all of you. My name is Shruti Mishra. I'm assistant professor at Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I'm going to take a subject that is management of industrial relations, and today we're going to learn the legal framework of industrial relations. So, what basically a legal framework of industrial relations means? What are the basic sections which are in the constitution and which are dealing with the industrial relations, or which are uplifting the employees, or which are dealing with the employees welfare schemes. So there are certain sections or articles we're going to learn. The we'll start with the basic understanding about the constitutional framework. Labor is the concurrent list of the constitution. Labor is in the concurrent list of the constitution on which the both the centers as well as the states have the power to make the laws. Article 254 has been enacted to clarify the position, normally as laid down in the clause 1 in case of any repugnancy between the union and the state legislation. The legislation of the union shall prevail 28 conceptual frameworks of the employment relations. Now, we'll start with what are the certain articles which are there in the constitutional framework and which deal with the industrial relations. So article 39, 41, 42 and 43 have a special reference relevance in the field of the industrial relations legislation and adjudication. In fact, they are the important one in the industrial jurisprudence. Now, let's talk about the article 39. So, there are basically four articles which deal in the industrial relations in the constitutional framework under the boundary of the constitutional framework. So, first of all, we're going to discuss Article 39. So, Article 39, the basic philosophy of the idealistic socialism, which is in enshrined in the preamble of the constitution. It provides a motivation force to the directive principles by laying down that the state shall direct its policies towards the equal pay for both men and women. Now, when we know there are certain directive principles in the constitutional framework. So one principle that says there should be equality, the right of equality. So now in article 39 deals with the directive principle and says that the right of equality is important in terms of pay as well. So we need to pay equal to the both men and women who are working in the certain organization or who are working in the certain factory. Now, Article 41 lays down that the state shall, within the limits of its economic capacity and development, make effective provision for securing the right to work, to education, and to public assistance in the case of the unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement in other cases of the undeserved want. Now, Article 41 deals with the some of the basic benefits, which or you can say not basic benefits, which are the basic requirements which should get to the which should be given to each and every employee of the factory. What are they? That the economic if within the limits of the economic capacity and the development means if the whatever the turnover or the company is having, under that particular limit, company should provide the right to work, right to education, and right to public assistance in the case of unemployment, old age, sickness, and disablement in the case of undeserved want. These are the certain things which need to be given by the by the factories or the organization. Like the old age and the sickness means they need to provide the hospital facilities or the medical facilities to the employees or their families of the employees. And right to education to their children, and the public assistance in the case of unemployment, if there is any kind of unemployment is there, or the person who got sick, or working in the organization or working in the factory and got sick and couldn't able to work, so that person should also get the assistance from the company or the factory only, that where what are the other means from where he can get the money, or from where he can work and get the money, or from where he can earn the money, can basically can say. Now the article 41 says that enjoins the state government to make the provision for securing just and humane condition of the work and for the maternity relief. So basically article 42 deals in the working conditions should be good in working conditions should be good, and it should be like human conditions should be there, and also there are certain clause which has been made in the maternity relief, so these are only driven by the article 42. Now article 43 makes it obligatory for the state to secure by the suitable legislation or economic organization or in any other manner to all the workers, agricultural, industrial, and otherwise work in the living wage conditions of the work secure, ensuring a decent standard of living and full enjoyment of the leisure and social and cultural opportunities. So, Article 43 deals in the that the person should get not only the living wage but also get some kind of the wage that that can lead his life in the more enjoyable and the leisure activities. Right now there are certain more other articles, but that is not required. I think that is sufficiently we have completed this particular topic. So thank you so very much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University Jaipur. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any doubt, any query, please do let me know by the commenting on the comment section below. Thank you so much, student. Have a great day and stay safe. Be at home.